Uh, oh shit! I still
No.
have the same name up that I had on WrestleShoot.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Son of a
Well,
bitch.
no, just keep it up there. I mean, we don't have to, you know, the best Rob in the history of Robs ever. I mean, hey,
Okay.
pat your own
Well,
back.
well, that's my question right now. Is this week am I Rob or am I Doug?
Well, why would you be Doug? That makes no sense.
Because
I
I
mean,
feel like I had a dream once that we did the Freaky Friday switch, and I don't know if it was a dream or real. Yeah, that's a good cover. Is that
what?
believable?
That's very strange. I had a similar dream, but uh,
Aw, we're dreaming in
yeah,
unison.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Well, I'll
We're
tell you
going off
what,
on
Doug.
a
Why
dream
don't we
world.
just get down real quick before we wait too long and we forget? Let's get down to some brass taxes. Let's pay a bill and hear from our buddy Steve over at Affordable Dumpster Rental.
Good old Steve.
Thanks for calling Affordable Dumpster Rental. This is Steve. How can I help you today?
Well, that was a fast answer. Hi, Steve. So long story short, I'm getting ready to put my home on the market. I have 20 years of junk I need to get rid of as soon as possible. Can I get a quote, please?
I would be happy to help you. Let's find you the perfect dumpster for your project.
Fuck yeah, Steve. Hell yeah. Help her out. She
That
needs
was
it.
so easy, Steve. A huge load off my mind.
All right.
I honestly thought renting a dumpster would cost a lot more money. I'm so glad I called Affordable Dumpster Rental. 5 stars to you, Steve.
5 stars to Affordable Dumpster Rental, actually.
He's so
Due
humble.
to the fact that we work with so many customers all across the country, we are able to offer discounted professional contractors rates to everybody, every day. Thanks again for calling. We'll talk to you soon.
Man, I tell you, that Steve is the man. I mean, I was hanging out with him the other night, and we
Oh,
were
yeah?
just shooting the shit. Yeah,
With
and
Steve?
and he's just a stand-up guy.
Yeah. So, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you dream
Chris.
about him too?
What?
Did you dream about him too?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, why would I
All
dream
right.
about
So,
Steve?
Doug,
Weird.
is Steve's name really Steve or is it Justin?
It's Steve, but sometimes he likes to go by Justin because he just comes in.
Okay. So when he just comes in, he goes, Justin, me, Steve.
Yes, yes, and then we hang out. Then we hang out, and then I wake up in a hospital bed. I don't know. It's very weird.
Well, let me ask you this. Does Andy Samberg show up at any point? Because then I could see things going bad for you when those knuckleheads get together.
Not that hasn't happened yet.
They'll be singing cock in a box at you and all kinds of shit if that happens. No, not with the knife again.
That's just wrong.
Doug,
What?
can we watch the video?
Okay, yeah. I wanted to start us out. I wanted to start us out with a really good one. It's called "Dragged." Let's just hit the ground running with this.
That sounds like an
So-
interesting podcast name.
Something Rob's
All
Friday.
right, here we go.
Dragged. The following video comes from a woman named Erica. The footage itself was actually captured by a CCTV camera in her little cousin's house, located somewhere in Indonesia. In the video, the boy can be seen relaxing on the floor of his grandma's room, just playing a game on his phone, while she's sick resting in bed, when suddenly something
dead?
utterly terrifying is captured.
No, amazingly.
He said
The
beast.
boy's legs suddenly get pulled as he's dragged over. Terrified, he gets up, opens the door, and runs out of the room. And strangely, the door beside him opens by itself. What makes this even more creepy is that when his cousin Erica asked him what happened, he explains that his grandma, who was in bed, suddenly said she could see 3 women close by. Thinking she was just not well and seeing things, the boy ignored it and carried on playing on his phone. Then shortly after, he was suddenly dragged across the room.
Terus?
Kan aku kan awalnya kan main FF. Tiba-tiba Opung bilang, apa itu perempuan 3 orang, satu dekat TV, satu dekat itu yang kamera-kamera, satunya di balik
I
tirai.
understand every word
And
this
that's
kid
when
is
it
saying.
happened. The family believed
Correct.
that spirits seemed to be attracted to that room and may have something to do with Grandma's poor health state.
So I buy that one. I mean, that the way that kid moved. I mean, his like one leg kind of went at a weird angle while the other one was the one being pulled, and he just kind of slid. I mean, I don't see how you could just make yourself do that without using your one leg to push yourself in some way. And his leg it was at a weird angle, and also combined with the grandma looks like she's just about. I mean, she's. The Reaper's knocking on the door, you know, and the veil's getting thin for her, it looks like. And I thought the same thing when I first saw this video. I just watched it on TV and I went, is he just hanging out with a corpse? And then she moved. I went, oh, okay.
Looks like a crib keeper.
Yeah. I was like, fuck.
Dun, 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 dun. What do you think, Chris?
I'm gonna have to. Normally I don't say it's real, but fuck, I agree.
Brace
with
yourself, Doug. Breakers is happening. It's finally happening. Go, Chris. Go.
It's real, man. I agree with Doug.
Yes! Yes! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? Chris has exorcised the demons.
This house is pretty.
I think it's bullshit, but I appreciate that you were into it.
Yeah, it's with the leg
No,
thing. That's hard. From an anatomy standpoint, that's just physiological. That's hard to do. You can't really move your leg like that.
And then let your leg control the spinning of your body.
Yeah, it's impossible. And the way
that kid didn't even look at Grandma. He said, "You're on your own, bitch. I am out."
Right. He just fight or flight kicked in, and that was that.
All the above. He was fucking out of there, dude. And the door closing or opening, whatever happened, I don't know about that, but that shit getting dragged was real.
The door doing the little cracking gimmick is the only thing that made me go, wait a minute, what could we be doing here? But there's no way, because that door didn't open when the kid was getting drugged. So I'm not going to give any stock to that little door cracking open a little bit at all.
The door could be anything. I mean, that to me, the main thing is the kid. What happened with the kid, and the grandma saying that there is, well, if we believe the translation, that there's 3 women near you, which.
Well, she wasn't even kind of shocked that it happened. She just kind of went, "Yeah, I saw that coming," and then went back to her, just waiting for that sweet kiss of that big nap.
Yeah,
please. Now that he's gone, can we get on with this?
Yeah, I want to die already.
Yeah, right.
God, we're going to hell for that one.
There's no hell.
Whatever there is, but we're going somewhere for that one anyways. But I agree, it's real.
Yeah.
I can't believe that just happened, Doug. I feel like we need to clip that part out for posterity and save it forever. Yes, posterity is a real word.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed that Chris thought something was.
He is now graduated to the best Chris in the history of all Chris's ever.
I wouldn't go that.
Congratulations, Chris. Really, you earned this one, buddy.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, I'm glad you think that.
All right. Let's check out A Laundry Room Shadow.
Do we have to?
I think we should.
Lindsay Ivan in it?
Yeah, a man named Kevin Vidal posted a video to his YouTube channel all the way back in October of 2012 that showcases some seriously creepy things happening inside the comfort of his own home. In the video, we watch as Kevin makes his way around the house, clearly searching for something. It isn't until the 1.5-minute mark that we find out what it is he's looking for, and as you can expect, it's something terrifying.
Terrifying. I need more Casper sight, by the way, Doug.
What? You making that shit beeping noise, huh? Talking?
A strange shadow figure can be seen appearing at the bottom of the screen. Also, for this shot right here, look carefully at the front door that the shadow figure dashes past a few times. There's just something so off-putting about this video, and it's hard to say what it is exactly, but it just feels very strange and chill-inducing.
Where's the button? There you go.
You broke it.
So yeah, what'd you think of that one? I mean, were you very...
I think that was a cat.
You think that was a cat?
I think a cat walked into the frame.
I was thinking like a maybe a person wearing a hooded robe thing or something, something kind of like the new Doug robe, something like that, kind of crawling and then sticking their head up in the bottom of the frame. But I don't know. And then the thing in the front of the door, you barely see anything. So I don't know.
What I will say is, I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
You think it's a bunch of bullshit?
I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Well, yeah. So Rob, I know I'm sorry. Again, no Casper sight this week. I know I just keep flaking about it, and I'm very sorry. I do have a video that I think is just as good as a Casper sight video, and I think you're going to love it. And Chris is going to love it too. Chris, I'm so glad you're here this week because you are.
It's a twofer.
You are going to love this shit, and you're going to think it's all real. Once again, Chris is going to think this is. By the way, Chris, do you think that was bullshit? That last video we watched?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, yeah.
Now we're all on the same page.
Yeah. Now, here we go. Chris, you're going to think this is all fucking real.
Great.
So let me just kind of,
back to
because I know you guys have both tried to call me out about my detest for Lindsay Idle. So I would really like to, especially while my inhibitions are so much lowered, I would like to say.
I'd like to comment on that, but.
I would like to say, I think I would fuck the shit out of her still. I know, Doug, I'm ghosted. I've said otherwise. But I'll tell you what.
Of course you would.
I'll tell you what, Chris and Doug. And fuck
I knew it.
I'll tell you what, guys. She can't be recording terrible videos if my cock is in her mouth.
Whoa.
You know what? I think you two make a nice little match.
Oh, do you, Chris? Do you really?
I do.
So, Chris, do you buy into that?
Yes.
Oh,
how about you?
Crap. It's
no,
that.
No.
Look at this again. The Lucha Libre is back.
Oh, sí. Hola, Douglas.
He don't even speak Spanish.
¿Qué?
¿Por qué?
No.
¿Se hablas Taco Bell?
Douglas loco.
Ooh.
Del Taco?
Let's look at.
Sí, hoy Del Taco.
Hey, Roberto, have you ever spent time in room 205?
No.
Well, let's check out room 205.
Okay,
Now that
205. Okay.
Rob disappear, and now you're here.
Sí.
Room 205. The following video comes from a woman named Tracy who works in a fairly big hotel located somewhere in Illinois. And for a while now, The reception has been receiving many complaints about a single room known as Room 205.
Okay, so I'm here at work tonight, and we have workers that come here that work on the railroad. I checked in 5 of them, and the second floor is where they usually go because that's where all the king suites are at. Well, they're all saying, please don't put me in room 205. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with 205? And not one of them would tell me what was wrong with 205. I said, is it haunted? Like, really, what is it? Nobody can tell me nothing. So how about me and you, all of us, go up to room 205 and see why no one wants to rent that room. Okay, walking up there now. Going up the steps.
Love that 70s haircut.
It's like really cold in here, though. Or my people watching, but okay, let's do this.
Boo! No, nothing.
Oh God! All right, no, I'm out. I'm out. Okay. I guess.
Well, I scared her out of the room.
Oh my God!
Work.
Going back to the front.
After entering the room, she noticed it was oddly cold. And even worse, she inspects the whole room and there's nothing there. But when she turns off the lights, a creepy voice can be heard whispering, "Hey."
Oh.
Creeped out, Tracy decides to get out of there. Despite what happened, Tracy is determined to revisit this room and uncover more. So hopefully...
Oh, God.
So I thought this was interesting just to get your take because you've had experiences in hotel rooms before.
And, you know, in all of my experiences where I have heard disembodied voices, never once did they whisper. So why is it in every piece of supernatural evidence, when they're playing back a disembodied voice, it's always a whisper? Why do they think ghosts need to hide or whisper? I know, I think that was bullshit. It sounded like she had somebody there with her who was real close to her phone and went, "Hey."
It's fucking her.
Okay, yeah, that's entirely possible. I mean, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, well, I mean, you know, it could be, I mean, it's easily faked, but then again, things could happen. It could be, it's like, well, I don't know, there's, not, you know, not a whole lot to say about it. It could be real, could be bullshit, you know.
It's too easily fake. That one was bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jinx. Welcome back.
Chris disagrees. He believes it's completely real.
Well, I think you made a believer out of him here today, Doug. I do. I think no matter what you say, you may have broken him. He may be like agreeing with everything moving forward.
Nah, this one's
Rob, I think you're going to like this one a little bit. It's called The Cabin.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
The Cabin. On February the 21st of 2025, a woman named Dua Lupe was staying at a cabin that was rented out for her sister's birthday. Late in the evening, she notices what looks like another smaller cabin just across from where she's staying. This cabin looks like it's been abandoned and the front door is just left open. So she pulls her phone out and decides to record as she goes to check it out. Watch closely.
Estoy quedando en una cabaña por el cumpleaños de mi hermana y enfrente hay como una cabaña así, como, pero abandonada, chiquita. Y es como una casita del árbol, así como para niños, no sé. O sea, pero se ve muy tenebroso. No sé si se vaya a caer esto porque está como todo podrido. Y no veo como para encender las luces ni nada. Mira, allá está la cabaña. Y... No tiene luz. Hay como una mesa, hay ganchitos de de ropa y televisor.
Lupe screams in terror as the door in front of her suddenly slams shut out of nowhere, completely scaring her as she runs away for her life.
Televisor.
What she didn't notice is while she first approaches the cabin, someone or something can be seen peeking out from behind the door before retracting back inside. Whatever it is seems to have big glowing eyes and a glowing mouth. Dualupe hasn't returned to the cabin ever since. So
Roberto's back.
Oh.
The luchador.
It's scary. See.
You believe it, Roberto?
See.
Oh.
Bullshit.
No.
Because bullshit. I mean, it's possible someone could have been squatting in there and just hide behind the door and then slammed it, and that scared the shit out of her. The reaction seemed pretty, like, she seemed pretty terrified, like she thought, like she was genuinely scared. But as far as whatever's peeking behind the door, it could have been the light catching just a person.
Pues sí, Tito, mucho titio. Sí.
Mucho titio?
Sí.
You like the mucho titio?
Sí. Oh, sí.
Oh, okay, very good.
We know Roberto's not gay.
Oh, no. Sí, no. No gay.
No?
No.
No gay.
No gay.
Okay.
Oh, here's another one. This is another one where an old person is coming to the end. This is called Afterlife Visit.
Do visit. Okay.
Afterlife Visit.
I like Roberto.
On March the 17th of 2025, a woman is on her deathbed when her daughter notices her communicating with something unseen. Thinking it's the deathbed phenomena where people usually see visions of loved ones who have already passed on, she decides to record this heartwarming moment.
Okay.
Her mother can be seen reaching her arms out and saying okay, as if she's clearly communicating with something unseen. Then a slightly distorted voice can be heard saying Mama.
Okay.
Now the girl who recorded the video believes the voice is her younger sister, who passed away in 2017, now coming to pay a visit to her mum before her time comes.
So, I think it's possible. She's seeing, she's on the verge and she's seeing loved ones come and, greet her.
Of course, it's possible, but there's just not I don't feel like there's not any enough evidence to support that when that happens to the dying, that is in fact loved ones there to usher them over to the other side. A lot of people argue the theory of that's just your brain trying to comfort you as you're coming to the end.
So you talk about her seeing things.
Right. No, the mama, the voice, I think that's just hype that was thrown in. Because again, when the ghost voice has to whisper, I give it no credence.
Even if it was a loved one trying to be soothing, like, hey, mama,
Yes, even then.
God, Rob's heartless.
I'm not heartless. I think that anybody who makes a ghost whisper is a cunt.
Well, that part of it, I think that could be legit and real. Like if they're whispering, they're trying to be, like Doug said, the soothing. I can see that. But normal ghosts.
I don't think I like the direction this show is going with Chris being a believer.
So, I mean, it's like, okay, so you're a departed loved one, and one of your loved ones is about to die, so you're going to greet them as they're, are you going to be like, hey, because I've heard, I've heard a lot of things about like when you die, you're kind of disoriented. Like, you know, once you've left your body, you're kind of disoriented and confused and stuff. And like loved ones will greet you, hey, come on, let's go. Or someone will. And then like, but I mean, are you going to be soothing, or are you going to be in this situation like you're going to have drum cymbals? Hey, bing, bing, welcome to the afterlife. You know,
I think honestly, my approach would probably, and this is if I'm just being honest, my approach would probably be something like, "What's up, nigga? Get up, we going now."
You know what? I would just, yeah. This is the sick and twisted part of me. When it's my time, and if people do greet, you know, like hopefully someone knows me well enough, someone who's already passed on knows me well enough and loves me enough to show up looking legit, like the skull face, glowing eyes, Grim Reaper. It's time to go, and I just be like, "That's fucking awesome," you know, and then we go,
yeah.
And that's how I.
I mean, because I'm gonna die before both of you, so then I'll just pull my hood off and be like, "Gotcha, let's go."
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you it's a work, Rob. Stop pretending you're seeing shit. You said it was a work, so I'm going with it.
Be quiet.
Work, Rob, all of it.
It's all work.
You already bought it. You already bought in. Doug has converted you. I appreciate it, but I feel like when I spot bullshit, and I'm just on my own with you sitting here, you're gonna be, no matter what, you're gonna be buying it now on. I don't like
even if I say I'm not buying it,
I don't think you're gonna say that.
I just.
Well, I think it's gonna be. If
no, you just said it right now to be a dick. Quiet, Doug. Me and Chris are having it out right now because you are trying to lie at me on the air.
I'm saying when your end of days come and you think you're seeing shit, I'm gonna say, Rob, it's a work. Remember, you're not seeing shit.
Oh no, that's okay. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
All right, Doug, come on back to us. Doug, come on, boy. Doug.
Oh, hello.
All right.
So we're ready to start the show?
Yeah, let's get it started.
Okay, so
well, should I go ahead and hit the intro? Or are we just gonna jump right into it?
We're just gonna jump right into this shit.
All right.
So here's a playground mystery.
The video in question was published to TikTok in January of 2025 by a woman named Nadia, who was filming a playground in the distance from the comfort of a vehicle. Immediately, it's clear that there's something very strange going on with this playground. Have a look and see for yourself.
How are they not running up to that?
Right. Well, they're probably freaked out.
The clip shows a large children's swing moving forcefully from side to side, while Nadia can only film in complete shock and awe. You can also see from the trees that there doesn't seem to be any noticeable wind, making this video even more bizarre. If not for the wind, then what could possibly be making this swing move around so much, while the other swing doesn't? Is it possible that there's some kind of a ghostly entity wandering around this playground and just messing around, trying to have fun even in the afterlife? If
you
so,
saw a rope?
Let's just hope that that's the entity's only intention.
Attached to it.
You saw a wire?
Some type of wire, yeah. It's moving in such sequence, too, when you're pulling it and then you're letting it go back.
Well, that was my thing, is the sequence it was moving in, but I just know there have been plenty of times throughout my life I have sat in those swings and enjoyed doing that twisty, making it side to side thing.
Yeah, because you're controlling it.
I think we should play it again, Chris, and you yell out "stop" when you see the wire. We could pause it.
Yeah. Here.
I want to see.
The video in question was published to TikTok in January of 2025 by a woman named Nadia, who was filming a playground in the distance from the comfort of a vehicle. Immediately, It's clear that there's something very strange going on with this playground. Have a look and see for yourself.
Stop it. Oh. No.
You know what? I think I saw that too. You're talking about on the right side of it where you think the wire's attached?
You gotta get close. You gotta be closer, like a closer.
It's like
right there. See where it's attached?
Where do you
right towards now it looks to me like it's right there towards the back of the arm on the right side facing us.
The back of the arm is facing us.
Yeah.
I'm not. Let me expand it on my screen. Oh, that's
right.
Never mind.
Right there. There's like a T. It splits. It look like so. If you look at the picture on the left of the chain, go down about halfway. You see it straight down. Now you can see it curve to the right.
Okay, so you're talking the chain that's on the left.
Looking at something different.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, I was looking at that armrest.
It starts like this and kind of goes like that.
Well, if you look at the one other swing, I think the chain just does that to connect to a different part of the swing, like it connects. It comes off and connects to the back. I wish I could draw lines here. Because I think that's just how the chains are made to support the swing.
We do. We need that John Madden setup. If you look over here, well, you see where there could be a swing chain right here. Exactly. Well, you see over here, there's not really one there.
Yeah.
It just seems like the pattern of the swing, it's going in a complete sequence. Like there's no, because a swing, which normally when someone's on it and they get off of it, it moves in variable directions. It's all over the place. This seems like more of a pattern. It's going twist, twist, twist like that.
Well, kind of like Rob said, though, if, kids like to make it do weird things, it's like a kid ghost maybe or something. Is that what you're thinking, Rob? Something like that?
I'm saying that I have done that when I was a kid on swings. I'm not saying that's what this is.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I feel like this one might be bullshit.
I think it is.
Okay. I'm on the fence about it. The extra chain or the line, I think that's a part of the design of the swing.
Could be.
Because I kind of see another chain branching off of the swing that's not as much, kind of similarly, but
could be.
Yeah. Interesting.
No matter how it shakes out, I'm going the opposite of what Chris said.
Of course you are.
Okay. So, Chris, you think it's bullshit?
I do.
No, I think it's bullshit too.
Oh, I'm on the fence about it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, here's another strange sort of playground adjacent. This is On Patrol.
Sounds like a pedophile. Yeah, I'm playground.
On Patrol. The following video was taken by a man named Jesus Vargas. Jesus works as a police officer who does late night shifts. One night, while patrolling the streets of Nayarit, Mexico, along with his colleague, they stumbled upon something very strange. It's just after 3 a.m. in the morning when the two police officers are patrolling by an elementary school and they see this. Watch closely.
No manches, mira lo que estamos viendo nosotros ahorita a las 3 de la mañana.
What looks like two kids playing around in the closed school can be seen before they scream and run off. What makes this very eerie is that the kids seem to be shrouded in darkness as if they were black figures. The two police officers searched the perimeter but found no signs of the kids again. In the morning, they got a hold of the school and after doing a thorough check, the school was certain that everyone had left the premises and nobody.
So locked up school at night and there's two kids on the other side, playing and running off.
Well, I mean, if those were ghosts, at least they made a real life like noise instead of a whispered scream.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Right.
Watch out.
So, yeah, I just think that's an interesting one. I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean, if those were kids who were just where they weren't supposed to be that late at night, their parents should definitely be beaten with a cane.
Yeah, and those are little kids. I mean, those aren't teenagers. Those are fucking. If they were teenagers, be like, oh fuck.
And they're already running and screaming from the cops. Like, that's not a good start.
Right. Yeah, I agree on that. So,
I think that was a very interesting video, but
yeah,
same.
Okay. What is your opinion on shaking doors, Rob?
I support them.
You support shaking doors?
Yes.
Okay, well then you might like this next video called Not Alone.
Oh.
Not alone.
Not alone.
Apparently that is what it's
called. A man named Chase Beckstead, along with his wife Rachel, had been staying at Rachel's grandfather's house. Unfortunately, he had just passed away only a month ago. Late one night, when the two are just getting ready for bed,
and their
something
grandkid left him
terrifying
there to
happens.
How you doing? You okay?
I don't know.
Fat.
It's a work.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not...
You planned.
Let me just show you. Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure.
We'll walk in more. See what?
But then they would show their buddy out there.
Exactly. That's a work.
And, like, we're literally just...
The bedroom door suddenly begins to rattle out of nowhere as if someone was there, but there's nobody, nor is there any wind draft that could possibly cause this. Chase and Rachel are completely freaked out by this ordeal and decided it would be best if they head back to their own house.
She looks uncomfortable,
so they pack their stuff,
as
and
in,
suddenly,
I don't want to make a
something even
scammer
worse
video.
happens. Watch closely.
Yeah. And way too calm.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got
Great.
all of our
Bye.
stuff packed. Oh,
Yeah, bye.
what?
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
We're still in the house.
Yeah, we're out here. I'm leaving. Like,
Well, then
I don't know
no.
what's going on.
I'm scared.
Yeah, why are
As
you
Chase is
still here?
preparing to leave, the door suddenly slams shut on its own and begins to rattle continuously once again. This time sounding even more aggressive than previously. Not wanting to stay any longer, he just up and leaves the place. Some people believe it was the spirit of Rachel's grandfather now bound to his former home. However, other viewers believe it is something far worse now residing in the vacant home, due to it being absent for some time.
How many viewers
Although
believe
Chase and his
bullshit?
wife have no...
So yeah, I want to believe it, but I just think it's just too much time passed when it stopped rattling, and someone could have slipped into another room when they opened the door, and everything. I like the concept of it, but it's just too easily faked.
Doug, do you remember a few minutes ago when I said I support rattling doors?
Yes.
Yes, not anymore. They killed it for me forever.
Not
Okay.
anymore.
Not anymore. Those disgusting bastards, with their horrible acting and their terrible effects, have ruined rattling doors for me forever.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear
I'm
that.
definitely going to name them both in my suicide note tonight.
Oh no, Rob, don't do that. That suicide is not a solution. I have a video here to help you get out of your doldrums and your suicidal slump.
Okay, all right. Well, let's watch that then.
It'll pick up your spirit. Here we go.
Okay.
Good. Rob needs that right now.
God damn it. That was not funny. Oh, God damn it. I do hate her so very, very much.
What do they do?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't put my thing in her thing yet, so I don't know if it's going to be worth it. We're moving for a TV deal here, so I got to start maybe watching so much about putting my dick in her whatnot.
Oh, I see.
I like it, Rob.
We can always just bleep it out. So how about this? Fuck you, Lindsay Ivan, talent hack ass bitch. Cut this whole part out for TV because it's not going to get any better. So here is basically how my day would be complete. If she showed up at my front door and she was feeling a little bit under the weather, and I could break her fucking ankles just like we were in Misery, and then cut her eyelids off, and make her sit and watch how terrible her fucking videos are for like 3 days. I'm talking broken ankles, Clockwork Orange style, reprogramming her not to be a no talent AIDS happen hack of a bitch. Cut all that out.
Wow. You said break her ankles, dude, like Misery style.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That'll be great for TV.
I think
what
so.
You just said right there. What you just said right there.
But we gotta be conscious. We are now going to change our names to The Social Network. I don't like that already. Forget I said that. Cut that part out too.
Okay, remember?
You're staring at me, fucker. I don't like that.
So,
motherfucker.
Remember that YouTube channel I brought up Ghostly Gatherings, that AI run YouTube channel that the AI voice just goes on and gives the whole narrative about, it's just making things up. Well, we have a part 1 and a part 2, Ghostly Gatherings of the Little Mermaid. Here's part 1. Here's part 1.
In this story, a caring mother of 2 was relaxing at home, watching The Little Mermaid while she eagerly awaited the return of her husband and children. They had gone to McDonald's to pick up dinner, and she was anxiously anticipating the food as she was feeling very hungry. However, just 7 minutes after they left, something happened that would become one of the most terrifying events she had ever experienced. She later explained that the experience was so unsettling that it gave her a new fear of being home alone. After watching the clip, it will be easy to understand why.
No, don't point it at the wall. Point it at
terrifying.
As Ariel, the Little Mermaid, began to sing while her voice was being taken away, strange and eerie things started happening around the house. Items were moving on their own, which was unsettling enough, but the fact that this occurred during such a dark and evil scene in the movie made it even creepier. The mother tried desperately to turn off the television, but for some inexplicable reason,
I'm trying to
the
turn
remote
off
wasn't
the
working.
show.
The strange events continued for 10 more minutes until her family returned home. Once they walked through the door, everything abruptly stopped. She showed them the video of what had just happened, but none of them could make sense of it or explain what.
So, despite the narration and everything, that's if that was all faked. I mean, that to me that seems like a lot of intersecting strings to be pulling all those different items in different directions. And then the flipping table I found was pretty. You know, that table folding in half like that seemed pretty. I was pretty impressed with that as far as
you know. I gotta be honest. I missed a lot of that video jerking off to Ariel singing. Sorry. So you guys have to make this decision amongst the two of you.
Oh. You know what? I think it was real. I agree with Doug. There's too many. I know twice. There's too many things going on for it to be fucking fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if it was just like one, like that, like one of the first things you see is the footstool come at her like that. Well, you could have had a string going between her legs and like someone could have pulled it as she filmed it, you know. But this is happening. Something falls off a thing. A table moves there. A thing rolls over here, and then that tabletop folds in half, and it just. I mean, you'd have to have something strong enough to pull the weight of that and flip it over with like a pulley on the ceiling in order to, and then boom, and then you'd see the tape fly off of you know. I mean, there's just too many. I just try to think through too many things. I think there's something to this, and there's a part 2. I don't know if you want to use the time to do part 2 or save that for next week.
I don't know. I think I can rub one more out real quick. Is it going to be Ariel singing again?
Well, it's connected to the whole thing, so there's more.
Right.
It was a really long segment on Depths of Despair, so I cut it into 2 parts.
I'll let Chris make this call. Do we want to watch part 2 so I can jerk off once more? Or do we want to lead off next week with that?
I like to watch part 2 with you jerking off. Can we like take that out of the equation somehow?
All right.
Maybe take the video off your camera or something.
I'm a team player. I said all right.
All right. Well, here we go. Ghostly Gatherings of the Little Mermaid Part 2.
Part 2.
Let's see your hands, Rob.
Yeah. Put your hands up.
Play the fucking video. Christ's sake.
This is not good.
I'm trying to get it warmed up here.
In this story, a caring mother of 2 was relaxing at home, watching The Little Mermaid while she eagerly awaited the return of her husband and children. They had gone to McDonald's to pick up dinner, and she was anxiously anticipating the food as she was feeling very hungry. However, just 7 minutes after they left, something happened that would become one of the most terrifying events she had ever experienced. She later explained that the experience was so unsettling that it gave her a new fear of being home alone. After watching the clip, it will be easy to understand why.
This is to show how fucked up this YouTube channel is.
You're in the ass.
Sounded like riffraff. Hey there.
As Ariel, the Little Mermaid, began to sing while her voice was being taken away, strange and eerie things started happening around the house. Items were moving on their own, which was unsettling enough, but the fact that this occurred during such a dark and evil scene in the movie made it even creepier. The mother tried desperately to turn off the television, but for some inexplicable reason, the remote wasn't working. The strange events continued for 10 more minutes until her family returned home. Once they walked through the door, everything abruptly stopped. She showed them the video of what had just happened, but none of them could make sense of it or...
Ghostly Gatherings, everybody. I had totally forgotten. I had clipped those two things, and I called it part 1 and part 2, and then I forgot what it was actually about. This YouTube channel, yeah. Sometimes you'll be watching a video, and it'll show a segment and have the narration, like the Little Mermaid one we watched, and then all of a sudden it goes on to another video and repeats the same narration for the previous video, and it has nothing to do with because it's just a fucked up AI run YouTube channel, and I thought it was hilarious. Rob thought it was something to sleep about. Well, that's because there's no Little Mermaid in that one, and all there was in that video was a moving chair. So
yeah,
Rob,
Rob, why? God damn it!
You're on Ghosted.
Are we still on the fucking air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched an epic video.
There was no Ariel singing, so I just quit stroking it and passed out. Are we done? Can I go back to sleep?
I think we're almost done.
Oh, I think we're done.